Are you ready to transform your summer into an epic splash-tastic adventure? Say goodbye to wasteful, single-use water balloons and hello to the ultimate in reusable, eco-friendly fun with reusable water balloons. Check out the link in the video description to get yours on Amazon today.
Dear Jane, last week I went on my first vacation with my boyfriend and his entire family. We've been together for 3 years, but for one reason or another have never traveled together. So when his parents asked if I'd like to join them on a trip to Italy, I jumped at the chance. I've always felt like his mom and dad haven't exactly warmed to me, so thought this would be a great opportunity to win them over. I studied Italian in college and, perhaps foolishly, thought they'd be dazzled by my linguistic skills and my knowledge of the local culture. At first, everything went amazingly. We met my boyfriend's mom, dad, and sister, as well as her husband, in Rome and spent several days touring around all of the classic hotspots, while eating some delicious food. Then we made our way to Capri to spend a few days by the ocean. It was here that things all kind of fell apart. On our first day in Capri, I spent way too long in the sun without drinking enough water and felt pretty awful by the time dinner rolled around, so my boyfriend suggested I skip it and go straight to bed, which I did. His parents made some snide, or at least what I thought was snide, comments about it being such a shame I didn't feel strong enough to go out, but I tried to forget it and just passed out. Anyway, long story short, I still felt gross the next day, but felt like I had to push through and managed to make it through to dinner. But on the way back from the restaurant, I started to feel really queasy. You know that feeling when you realize you have maybe 10 seconds before disaster hits? Well, that was me. And what do you know? Moments later I was projectile vomiting in the street. It was like something out of a horror movie. I was absolutely mortified. In the moment, everyone was very sweet and they got me back to the hotel in one piece. But later on I heard my boyfriend's mom commenting on how much wine I'd had to drink at dinner, and wasn't it a shame I couldn't control myself in public. The last night of our trip, my boyfriend asked me to lay off the drink, which makes me think he actually believes his mom's suggestion that I was vomiting from alcohol. Since we got home, he's been distant, and I can't help but feel like this stupid stomach bug or food poisoning or whatever is going to make him break up with me. Am I being paranoid, or is this a mess that I'm not going to be able to fix? From Stomach Upset. Dear Stomach Upset, it's hard to know whether there's information missing in your letter, because there's no mention of alcohol from you until your boyfriend and his mother commented on it. And it's hard to parse out because I'm not sure why they would even think about mentioning alcohol, unless alcohol was part of the story. The fact that you overheard your boyfriend's mother comment on how much wine you'd had with dinner suggests to me that perhaps wine was part of this issue, which is not to say you might not also have picked up a stomach bug, but I'm wondering if you are being entirely honest with yourself about what happened. Let's assume that alcohol had no part to play in this and that you contracted an awful bug. If they all jumped straight to the wrong conclusion, with your boyfriend telling you to lay off the drink when you hadn't been drinking, I would urge you to think long and hard about your relationship. Disbelieving and further diminishing you is not the sign of a healthy relationship. Communication is everything. An honest discussion with your boyfriend, asking why they assumed it was alcohol, and providing evidence that alcohol is not a problem, might be called for. If he is getting ready to break up with you, there is little that can change that, and I'm sorry. It is heartbreaking to watch someone fall out of love with you, particularly when you think it's over something so small, except it's rarely over the one tiny small thing. For all you know, this is the straw that breaks the camel's back, but please know that what we expect and deserve from those we love is to be not only loved, but treasured, comforted when sick, and believed. Dear Jane, I recently underwent a couples counseling session with my partner to address issues we are having around communication and arguments. Halfway through our session, an extremely sensitive topic came up, and my partner responded very poorly. He went off on the coo.